And we're back, guys. We're back. Episode
Okay.
top of the morning. You get me? Look out for the ISN hats on Shopify right now. Support. Get me? Get yourself one. I will take off and show you the whole glamorous thing. But this is
Are they silk lined?
yes. But obviously this is this. I've also got organized mess under here, so that's why.
All right. Okay. I want one.
Don't worry, you'll get sent one in the post. But if everyone else,
I actually think I have one.
I actually think you do.
I do.
But I didn't know if you wanted them to know. And so I just thought they won't know. But it's cool. Now that you've put it out there that you have one.
Now they know.
Yeah. So guys, something else. Notification bell. Press that notification bell so this comes to you directly straight away. I didn't realize subscribing is just not enough these days. Yeah, notification bell, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. ISN hats are available. You get me? Support the team. I'm trying to grow. Love to everybody. That's it. Cool.
Right. So what are we discussing now? Would you like to introduce them?
I am. I'm going to read it straight off my phone so I don't mix my words.
Nice.
Ticketmaster to require proof of vaccine or negative COVID test. So in a nutshell, Ticketmaster are saying, we want to put our shows back on, but some of y'all, we don't want some of y'all in there. So you lot are going to have to actually show that you've had a negative COVID test or require proof of vaccine. Now, I'm going to get into it. I find that very intrusive. Why should I show an events company that I took a vaccine? Why should I show them my medical records? Why should I share that? And why should an events company have that level of information over me? Furthermore, a negative COVID test. If I don't have COVID, why do I need to take a test to prove that I don't have it? When I've been able to go to Ticketmaster's events with the flu, with diarrhea, with vomiting issues.
All right.
With ear infection. You get me?
That's nasty, man. I think
when my hemoglobins weren't doing their job, Ticketmaster wasn't asking me for none of this.
Do you know what my issue with this is, yeah? If you do a COVID test today, it's going to take how many days to get back your results? Then you're going to post your results to them or take it to them or whatever. How many days have gone by? Could you not have contracted it within that time anyway?
This is my point. And I know they're going to try and do some online thing, yeah, of proving that you've got a negative test result. But, you know, why should my information be given to an events company? That's very intrusive.
I'm not for it.
So what?
I'm not for it. I feel like this is the beginning of the unrolling. I think everybody's going to be trying to do this type of stuff, you know.
Because what is McDonald's going to then start telling people we need a negative COVID test before we let you sit down? Is Nando's going to start doing that now? The amount of times I've rolled up to these places and I've seen people sick. That's how we've all been able to catch these viruses and these flus and these so-called bugs that are going around the place. Where was this extreme scrutiny when people were having bugs all the time? Okay, now I have to validate myself. I just don't know. Sorry.
I'm not about it. I'm not trying to go to anybody's show if that is what I have to do. I think I slightly, ever so slightly, have an issue with like people demanding things from me, and like just ever so slightly. But then on top of that, I also have an issue. I'm not completely anti-vaccination, but I'm anti-unnecessary vaccinations, or I'm anti things that have got things in it that are not 100% supposed to go into my human body or are not going to be for me.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, I don't actually see the point in getting a test that is not even accurate. Like, I think they said it's less than 50% accuracy from these tests.
Well, remember, Pfizer
Scientists
came
have
out
come
and said
out,
it was 90.
well, scientists have come out and said that you cannot, there is no physical or scientific way of testing if you have a virus. They've said it's impossible to do. What we are doing is not directly testing for the virus because apparently there's no way to do that. So therefore, that just goes for my argument. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to get tested. Like, I genuinely feel if I have it and I see the symptoms and the signs, which then would make me think, maybe I should get a test. Straight away, I'm thinking, maybe I should stay at home. Maybe I should quarantine for 2 weeks. Because if it comes back positive, they're going to tell me quarantine for 2 weeks, right? Might as well I just quarantine for 2 weeks then. You know? And if the symptoms get worse to the point I need to go to the hospital, I'm pretty sure if I come in with like seriously bad symptoms, they're not even going to need to do a COVID test. They're going to know she has COVID because of all of those signs and symptoms. But furthermore, let me stay in my house. Let me stay in my house, you know? Let me stay in my house.
So what
That's
what are you ready to just go to a virtual concert then?
Fun it. I will do that. I'll be at a virtual concert. I get all the best angles about I'm standing behind Fred with the big head. No, I'm all right.
So would you put the Oculus on your eyes and do the whole virtual reality?
I would do it. 360 recordings are in. They've been in for the last couple of years. Let's do it. It's possible. Yeah. I will pay to be there virtually. I would do that. Really? I would actually do that. Yeah, I would do that. Ticketmaster, listen and learn, bro. This is what you should be doing instead of trying to be so invasive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a concert guy. You know, I mean, all the concerts that I grew up watching, like Michael Jackson and that, I watched it from the television. So I've never really been a person to want to go inside the whole mosh pit thing and do the whole thing. So it's not going to affect me, but I find it very intrusive that if I put on an event and I do it through Ticketmaster, for example, Ticketmaster is going to be asking for these people's private medical information that I don't feel that I need to know. They're coming here to listen to an artist or to hear, I don't know, let's say we do a top of the morning talk, you know?
I understand why they're doing it. I just don't personally agree to it. I'm not trying to do it. I understand the process behind it, but no.
I don't agree with the process. I don't believe the process is necessary. I don't even know why they're doing it, simply because they are just an events company. They're not a pharmaceutical organization. And I don't think that they should be the ones to demand a request to show that information. I believe that information should be dealt with between us and the government or us and the NHS. I don't feel like, because, you know, once Ticketmaster do it and this is one thing that people really need to clock onto, whoever ends up watching this video, is that, cool, you're going to say, yeah, I ain't got COVID, I'm going to do the test. But then imagine that's going to start being the thing that happens everywhere you go. So how many times are you going to...
There are also false positives, you know?
This is what I'm saying. But just imagine everywhere you go. So you go to Nando's, you got to show proof of not having COVID. Then you go to your concert, you got to show no proof of COVID. Then you're going to go to a bar or something, you have to show no proof of COVID. Everywhere's going to start doing that. And then you're going to go to your child's school, you got to show no proof of COVID. Like, I'm not a prisoner.
But this is the same as this like track and trace when you go into restaurants, obviously before this lockdown. This whole track and trace when you go into restaurants, you have to log on and sign in and all of this stuff. And I just don't like it. I'd rather just get a takeaway.
But I mean, if you're using your card, it really is the same difference though.
It is, but it's not on the same system. I understand that they can then go and find who has paid from what card if they really wanted to, but I just don't want my name to be on this track and trace system.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like you don't need
I
my.
don't want
Why
my
do you need
name
my
to be
data?
on this. Uh,
Yeah. Like why do they need our data?
yeah, it's our data, it's our personal data. And then, like, I understand that this is, you could argue this is for the safety of everybody. And, what if you come in contact and you didn't know? I will know within 2 weeks. My friend, I'm not going to lie, I'm working from home. One. Two, I'm keeping to my own bubble as we're supposed to be doing anyway. This is why we're meeting over Zoom. Do you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if the only thing we can do once on the track and trace, once done a testing, or once had the vaccine, is to follow the rules of keeping to your own social bubbles, quarantining in your house if you feel you have symptoms, or working from home if possible anyway, and I'm doing those things anyway, then there shouldn't be an argument as to that I need to now go and get a vaccine, or I need to now go and get a test. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, because apparently, well, what I've read is once you contract COVID, um, you can some of the cells can die, and you can be contagious, but you also can once you've got it, it's like if you take another test, like in a week's time, in 2 weeks' time,
It's
it
going to
can
show negative.
it may still show positive, but you're not contagious.
Oh yeah, I've heard that as well. You're only contagious for the first 20, no, for the first 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. But but you can take the test like a month later, and you could still come up positive because the things are still in you, but you're not
Yeah.
contagious. So why? It's just a bump anyway, man. These what they're on is just a bump.
I
That's
think
my
it's
rant.
scaremongering, it's a lot of scaremongering.
Yeah, man. That's my rant, people on Ticketmaster. Not feeling
Yeah,
them. I
not
think
feeling
I
it.
think they're
Master
being
better.
invasive, and I also feel like they're preying on our want to go back to concerts and stuff like that.
I don't even want to go back to a concert. I don't even want to be on public transport right now.
But people do. There's some people that do want to go to concerts. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like for them who like the atmosphere, I feel like they're being shafted for having to give up so much of their own liberty to then pay. Because you got to remember, you're asking their liberty and then they're paying also. It's too much. It's too much,
Yeah.
man. I don't agree with what Ticketmaster. I think Ticketmaster got to come up with a better way, and I think companies have got to come up with a better system with the government to combat that.
Mm.
I don't feel like we should have to. They're just treating us like proper animals. Like I've got to prove to you. What have I got to prove to you, Ticketmaster? If I was dying of COVID there and then, you're just gonna call 999 anyway. So you're of no help. So the information is of no use to you. You can't help me.
I guess it's obviously just to deter people who have COVID or knowingly have taken a test and have come back positive.
Yeah, but they
I,
don't need the info.
I get why they're doing it, because it's going to deter you. If you've taken a test and you've come back positive, you're not going to be able to get in. So there's no point in you buying a ticket. Like, I get that. But there are also false testing. So therefore, people can be tested, fully have COVID, and decided I have symptoms, but because it's come back negative, I'm going to that concert. And then everybody's infected with it anyway. I'm just not about it. I don't need to be in crowded places right now. It's winter season anyway. So if it's not COVID, it's the bloody flu. And I'm not trying to catch it. I need to stay in my house, boost up my vitamin intake. I've been on those moringa seeds, on my soursop and moringa tea, and all my herbs and stuff, drinking my herbal teas. Guys, get onto it. Boost your intake of vitamins, boost your immune system from the inside out. Because you're taking, like, in general, when we look at vaccines, if you look at the normal flu vaccine, you are, like we spoke in the last show, you're given a dose of the illness. You're given a dose of the virus for your own body to fight it, for your own body to build up your own white blood cells to make you immune. Right? That's how your immune system works.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, if you catch it, what's going to happen? That process of the white blood cells is going to happen. You're going to capture it. You're going to fight it off. You're going to then become, to some level, immune to that strand. You can never catch the same cold twice. You can never catch the same flu twice. And you can never catch, to the knowledge of what we know now, if it's, correct me if I'm wrong, you can never catch the same COVID twice, because they've been out here saying you can't. But it's a new strand that's coming around. So when you get the vaccination, what strand is in that vaccination? COVID-19 or COVID-20 or COVID-19A or COVID-19B. I don't know how they're numbering them or labeling them. But
you see it there?
You see, like, that's why I don't ever do flu vaccination either.
Yeah, no,
People get flu vaccination and have full flu symptoms. They are fully going through the flu. But you did that because you asked for it. You asked for it. It's the same as going on a busy, maybe you have to for work, whatever. I'm not even trying to judge you, but it's the same as going to a damn concert, being surrounded by all of these people in flu season. You're asking for it. You know, like, just for me anyway, I'm gonna stay in my house, be very selective with my small bubble of social support from my friends and family, and that's it. In fact, my daughter wouldn't even be going to school if I could legally take her out of school during a worldwide pandemic. But unfortunately, I can't legally do that. I'll be fined for it.
Well, I stretched that, boy. My kids didn't go back until October. Like, I stretched the hell out of it. Straight. I said on camera any day. I didn't trust it, man. Like, I still.
No, me neither.
If it was up to me, they wouldn't be there now. I stretched it. Like, I got a lot of stick for that, but I stretched it.
Yeah, I hear you, but at the same time, like, yes, it's a full-time job to have to educate your kids at home. It's not easy, and I don't want my child to miss out, no, but at the end of the day, my child has asthma, which then makes her vulnerable. She also has, like, other blood disorders, which make her vulnerable. And to me, there's nothing in this world that could stop me from protecting my child unless you literally restrain me or kill me. I will protect my child, and I don't blame you for not sending your kids back into October. I don't blame you. We are within our right. These are our children.
I'm saying. Well, guys, share your view on that. Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
Let us know
what you think.
Let us know what you think.
I really want to know if people think like it's a bad thing to not send your children back to school, or if people even think like is it a good idea to have the school still open when you've told everyone to work from home, or when you've literally locked down all non-essential shops? Is it not a hub for COVID? Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think.
Let us know. Peace.